This could be a great start for Mina here.
See if she sees it. Is that a word? Atomus?
It sure is, yeah. So this would be a big bang to start the game if Mina spots the word that's on her rack here. We'll just have to see. This is a word that I feel like Mina is such a good natural anagrammer, very likely to come up with. If you were to tell her there's a word in this rack, what is it? She would almost certainly come up with this word. The only question is, will she feel comfortable playing it against a player so experienced as Lukeman is? Because we know Lukeman very strong. We saw him just play a couple rounds back. A really beautiful game against Dave Wiegand, one of the top players in the world. So we'll have to see. She's taking a minute or so to think, and instead we see Tom.
We see the definition of atomus in the chat. I wonder if we have people in the chat that adhere to atomism. The belief that the universe consists of small, indivisible particles. And
Is
it's the
that a controversial belief that
it's the indivisible part. It's like I mean, I think tons of scientists think that you can divide more and more and more. Uh,
gotcha. I
it-
see.
uh,
Okay, all right. So no Atomus to start. Lukeman makes what I think is a pretty nice play, undoubling his N and scoring well with his J with the Atom hook. And we're absolutely going to see a bingo now from Mina. The only question is which. There are many, many, many choices for her. Hard to imagine. I guess it must be something hooking the S onto jeans, which we see there.
mhm.
Maybe Sladier instead. Do you have any
Well, yeah,
preference
that's
for that?
an interesting thing that you mentioned that slatier versus saltier. It just seems like okay, you're just changing a couple letters, but actually, saltier takes an S. Is that correct?
Yeah, that seems like isn't that like a heraldic cross type word? Isn't it some what is the
So
definition of this? Let me
it's
see.
kind of trippy at times. You have a word like saltier, or bustier, or saucier.
Okay, look at check me out. Check me out.
You were
So,
right. I mean, I believed you the whole way, but yeah, there's tons of words like that that really just look like, inflections on an adjective that actually are nouns. So,
yeah.
front
Um
comes down. We'll see if the saltier's hook comes into play, but after a play of fronted, it's less likely. But we do like the hooking of an S onto gene. I don't think most people are content with one gene. I think,
that's a great point. Yeah, like
S really makes the word a
yes.
bit more human.
Even more so than pant, which at least is a verb in its own right to, pant, huff and puff. But gene, yeah, one gene, even rarer than one pant.
I
Um,
mean, I do know that when I go out to eat fast food, I tend to get, saltier jeans.
that's nice. On the fronted, you get saltier atoms. I don't
Maybe.
know. So yeah, that's as good as I could do to use all four of these sentence.
Um,
So all right, let's see. Mina's got a tough. So Mina bingos with one of the most probable sets of tiles that you can draw in the game of Scrabble of just retails. Plays a saltier, which we don't mind that. I think very splitting hairs between that or slatier, and she plays huge for
okay.
21. That's good. You don't want to. You again. We were talking before. We saw a rack that had UW on it. Whenever you have a combination like UW, UV, your first goal is to use up at least one of those two tiles, so you don't have to worry about them next turn. Ideally, you would use both. I didn't see a play that did that, so huge is probably okay. There was a cool overlapping play on top of Adam of the Collins word EUGH, oog,
Oh,
oog,
that's a great play.
which would have used the worst letters and kept your E left over. That would have been a key nuance of that play. But huge, barring that, a solid idea.
I was
Um,
only thinking of, Lunger from the L, but that keeps the HV combo, which isn't great. But yeah, the V really, really, really sucks as a letter.
nice play here. Really nice play of Lappy by Lukeman. That's definitely the best choice. I'm very impressed by him knowing for sure that was valid. So nice play. Mina does give it an extra 5 points. Again, we are in the Collins division, so challenges result in if the word is valid, your opponent gets 5 more points than they would have. It really does incentivize you to challenge any word you're not fully sure of, which we like. If we're trying to be welcoming to new players, the double challenge rule where you lose your turn being wrong can be quite punitive. We talked about that a bit before.
Yeah, Quern comes down, still keeping the V, but yeah, you got to get rid of the Q before you get rid of the V.
Good call on the stream title. I just fixed that. Sorry
Oh,
about that.
okay, perfect.
Yep. Day 2.
Yeah, this is day 2. This is round 16 of 20.
Yeah,
Right?
it's this is definitely
Sorry,
we are in
Michael.
round 16. Yep.
Much faster than if I was playing. Maybe I should have played Will. Oh man,
That's always how I
mobile
feel.
here.
Always how I feel when I'm commentating, for sure.
But no, we've become great commentators. I would say, at least for Will. I don't know. I don't know about myself.
I think we're doing good. I should put a poll. I should do a poll. How well are we doing on a scale of 1 to 10, and let people troll us?
You should say who's the better commentator. I don't know if I'll be happy with the result, but no, but
Oh no, really? Should I do that?
No, I don't think so.
All
I think
right.
we don't have to toot our own horns, but commentary in this time of pandemic has become really a passion. I've been interested in doing it in the past, and I've done it a few times, but I've always just been so much more keen on playing because I just love the game more than Will loves the game. I mean, Will loves the game, but I mean, come on,
A little bit. I love it a
let's
little
be
bit.
real. Like, I love the game more than Will.
Definitely true. All right, I
But
have a poll up. For you guys.
I mean, we've received messages already. Like, thank you so much for the messages saying that they're enjoying the content. It's really pushes us to provide more content for all of you guys to see during these times. Personally, the tactile experience of playing over the board is so strong for me that the commentary aspect of covering this sort of tournament, it's really become more appealing.
This
Not
poll
not
is
to
hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure people are trolling.
No, it's not. People are not troll. I mean, they are, but not as hard as you'd expect. I gave a troll answer that will allow people to troll without hurting our feelings.
I'm gonna say okay.
That's your vote is okay. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We see some interesting columns.
Couple cool moves. Yeah, we should look at the last couple moves. Lukeman plays Wonga through the N of Quern. He had vaguely bingoable tiles except for that WOG combination, and he shedded them all through that N of Quern. That looked great. Mina had a weird rack with so many E's and a V and K on it, and I really like her choice of Kiev there.
Great.
That's totally good to shed all of that clunky stuff and leave herself some nice bingo letters for next turn.
I have to go back to chat. I'm sorry. See, Bonobo, thanks a lot for spamming. Well, not really spamming those Will and axcertypo emotes. Thanks
Yes.
for the comment, Brand. Ji says he'd like more hats and more chains. I can definitely provide more chains. I can be right back, but I don't know if Will has any more hats.
Yeah, I have a Scrabble hat I can go get. And a Scrabble jersey as well. I could go wear my Scrabble jersey. Some people have been begging me to wear my Scrabble jersey, which I received from the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp minor league baseball franchise. Wow, this is quite the poll. Great. I really appreciate that. Great and Tony Sim are neck and neck in the poll.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
Nice play of Nerds by Lukeman there. Clearly best
play.
Clearly the right play there to burn that Z on the score. That was really the only word that did that for him.
Will, take a look. I have this one. This I got during the Nationals in 2017.
Ooh.
Wait. Yeah, it's 3. So it's 3. This is 3 chains. It says Knicks on it. And the funny thing about that, NYX, I think it's
It's a bot. It's an ISC bot. Yeah.
it's an ISC bot, but I was gonna say I think it's a makeup company. I think they're the ones that made that one, but it's also
Oh,
an ISC bot. It's actually an engine. It's this weird engine that has never had like software associated to it. But yeah, Nix was a very, very strong is a very, very strong Scrabble bot. So I'd like to try and emulate that
shout
bot.
out Nyx.
But
Yeah.
here, I have more chains. There you go, JI.
See,
Uh,
we aim to please. I don't really have chains, but I can go get. How about this? I'll come after the lunch break. I will have some props for you guys when I go.
you
So
need props. I mean, I already
after
have the
this,
hot sauce. Will, you need props.
I will after this round 16, we're midway through. We're seeing Lukeman with a 45-point lead over Mina, who is on turn waiting to play. So she'll be cutting that gap. After this game is complete, we will be taking a break so that players, directors, everybody involved, viewers can go get something to eat, go stretch your legs, and then we will come back for the climactic 4 rounds, rounds 17 through 20, after which we will know who has won in each division of the virtual Crescent City Cup. Very, very exciting. And I will have props that
No, but you know
you guys
what?
can choose
You will
between.
have props, but not the type of props you actually are thinking of. Can we get some props for Will? I mean, come on, Will. Thank you, Will, for everything you do for Scrabble. Let's get some props in that. I wonder if there's like a props emote. No, you're not allowed to plug me while I'm trying to give you props. So congratulations to
Thank
Will.
you.
You almost have 1,000 followers. If we could get to 1,000 followers in the next couple weeks before February, that would be amazing for Will's channel.
I got to
I'm
admit,
stuck at a measly 190 followers. I mean, come on, the numbers don't lie, Will. Congratulations.
we got to well, that's
Like,
why
amazing following.
well, that's why we're plugging you, because very simply, there is no real reason that I should have 1,000 and you only 200,
Dude,
just
there are
because.
so many reasons.
All right, well, we will close that gap. We're gonna get more streamers up to that plateau in Scrabble, and we're gonna try to build this thing.
Boom! Look at
Um,
that. Looking at
hey,
rocks.
looking at
Subscribe,
rocks with the
subscribe.
prime. Thank you.
Hey.
Appreciate that. That's really generous. We do appreciate the subs and other support. Yeah, more Scrabble on Twitch. That's what we're all about. So Lukeman, just to quickly keep. Oh, nice idea there of below for Lukeman to. Let's see. Let's go back a couple moves. So we saw Nerds go down for Lukeman. Mina with good bingo tiles. She simply played OO underneath Nerds. She played OO, leaving really nice tiles. Only issue is the board is not so good for actually bingoing anywhere. So she's going to have to do more to create space to get a bingo down. Lukeman scored very, very nicely with just playing his Y underneath the OO play that Mina made. There actually was a bonkers play available for him through the E and R of Saltier of Wearily for 36. That is quite amazing. And then Mina with the absolute best play of Assini in the lower right. Nicely done. And Lukeman responding with a quite solid play of his own, the top evaluated play of below. So both players are playing quite well. Now the test for Mina, again, as I said, when she played those two O's off underneath Nerds, great idea, except that the board is so tight, really, really hard to see where you can bingo. And this rack really proves it. Right, Josh? She has this beautiful rack, a blank, an S, an ED, and there literally is no playable bingo on this
Good.
tournament.
Because I was looking for it. You're like, this is a test for me. No, it's a test for me. There's a bingo I'm not seeing. Yeah, this is really a tough spot. I was thinking of like playing a letter next to the E in jeans, maybe the H, but also maybe the E. You can draw Stithied through that E in Lappy if you draw one of those 4 eyes, which by the way, I get so confused. I mean, you can see you can see on the right side, 28 tiles in the bag, 4 eyes. That's more than any other tile available. So it's not that if you make a fishing play, you're most likely to draw an eye, but if you make a fishing play, if you play one tile, the I should be the letter that appears on your rack. Any other tile that appears on your rack is unlikely.
I
But I
guess.
just
Yeah,
get
you can
I
put it
get
that way.
confused. I get confused with the mathematics involved. So Hin comes down, which is much more dangerous version of trying to open the board, but it is the correct idea. Trying to get things open. But do you get that? Like, okay, there are 4 eyes, but there are like 24 other tiles, so you're probably not gonna draw an eye,
For
but
sure, but at the very least,
you
the
should draw an eye. Anything else is less likely.
yes, I totally get the logic. And honestly, for me, when I'm trying to figure out, certainly towards the end of a game, when there's only a few tiles left in the bag, we are human beings, right? It's really hard as a human being to iterate through all the possibilities that are left for you to draw, the way a computer can do. There's some of us that are amazing at doing that, even as human beings, like Mac in the chat. I think of Happy Wanderer is truly one of the best in the world at iterating through that. G.I. Joel in the chat, another player that is just so good at very quickly assessing the unseen letters and going through every possibility. But for me, the shortcut that I always take is I look at the letter. If there's one letter that there's more of than all the others, I really want to start out with a play that works well if I draw that letter. So in this situation, as Josh said, there were 4 eyes left to come. Sometimes it's just really hard to come up with a play. Oh, beautiful
Yeah,
response of
that's definitely
Servid
the right
there.
play.
That's a tremendous play by Lukeman,
And
I
I
have
think
to
that's the
say.
winning play, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, as Joel says, Nigel Richards stands head and shoulders above everybody at that skill of looking into the unseen letters and coming up with the correct play just by sheer force of calculation. And
Of
Noah Walton,
intuition, yeah.
another very, very good player at that for sure. No
It's
question.
not even calculation, it's intuition.
It's
Like,
incredible. It's incredible how his
you can't
intuition
calculate
matches
these
with
things.
I know.
You
And his
might
in
be Adam Logan. Like, Adam Logan is probably the best mathematician in all of Scrabble, and you can maybe assess those probabilities from time to time, but there's just too much math going on in the game. I can
yeah, it's a
actually
lot.
I'm gonna redeem this impression
Oh god, oh no, is the Adam is
of Adam
oh,
Logan
you're wait for
for myself,
yourself. Okay, I thought you
for
were having me
myself.
do it.
Okay, GUS was challenged.
That's
Interesting.
interesting. Yeah, I think servid in TWL is an adjective, but now it was added. The S hook was now added. I think that is a TWL word now. It used to
Well,
just be an
well,
adjective.
actually, there's a 37% chance that a blank is on the rack of Lukeman after the play of GUS. So it'd be very interesting to see if the plays come on the board in such a way that the blank will be a pivotal factor in this position.
That's pretty good, Josh. That's pretty good, Josh.
It kind of sounds like it's funny. Adam Logan kind of sounds like Fabiano Caruana, where
Oh yes,
he's more or less
Fabiano
like
does. Yes, does have that.
I thought might be winning in this position, but Magnus made this play of G4, and I was very impressed. I did not see the move coming, and it seemed like he was equalizing right on the spot.
Nice. That's pretty good, actually, Josh. That's
Yeah.
at least as good
Okay.
as mine.
That's the only one I worked on. Last night I was in bed. I was just like, I was
Wow,
about to go to
that's
bed.
dedication.
I was like, okay, what impressions can I maybe do that can maybe come close to Will's impressions? But yeah,
That is
that was
solid.
my attempt. If anybody knows Adam Logan, deeper, quieter, and faster, yeah, probably. I'll work on it. I'll work on it, Joel. Thanks for the thanks for the support. And it was half John Chu, but John I think tries to emulate Adam Logan, if anything.
Oh, there's much worse people to emulate out there. Adam, an amazing player and truly sweet guy. I really am fond of Adam. I have no idea what he thinks of me, but hopefully he does. Hopefully he likes me too. Um, So anyway, a couple plays came in. We were talking about Servids, and then Lukeman very, very wisely blocking that G out in space We were talking about it a little bit on yesterday's broadcast. The G, if ever you're going to worry about a G, it's in that corner position or far position where a word can play into the G as the final letter. So blocking it there, preventing Mina from playing anything with ing and scoring decently, 21 points. We like that idea. Mina continuing to open the board as best she can. And Lukeman actually can't do a great deal to hammer this defo spot, right? It opens the triple lane on column H in a pretty threatening way, especially with an X, right? So Lukeman would have to worry about plays that have, or even XY or something like that, right? Like Braxy could play there for an absolutely gargantuan score. So he wisely blocks it, and he actually blocked modelers too through the E of defo. So
Oh yeah, Mottlers. Yeah, that would have been
so
great.
there's that looks like a smart play. Lukeman really doing well to hold on to his lead here.
Especially considering from Lucan's perspective, both blanks are still out there. There's still a chance. There's still a chance that Mina can make something happen. I see
Yep, it's
a
not impossible.
redemption for Yvonne Lobo. I don't know if I should really attempt that.
That's I'm not sure
I
where I would start
I
except
can
for
do it.
the Who is
I
Wonder
can do
15.
it, but I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should. It's up to you, Will.
No,
Oh,
it's
this is.
fine. Yeah.
Oh, look at this weird position. Mina just played Tom. So basically,
For the second time,
yeah.
two
Wait.
times in one game, she opened with that play.
Yeah, she's trying the Tom Tom.
physics, I think, is the third or fourth person to request that Josh impersonate me, which he already did. He already did that earlier.
I did. I'm
So
not I'm not very good at impersonating Will, but
I
I'll
think
try.
you're getting better. I think
I'll
you're
try.
getting
Yeah,
better.
I'll get there. No, that's actually more so than even learning another language, which is ridiculous. I just want to get better at impersonating people. I feel like I should be good at it. I feel like I should be better at it than Will is, but Will is just so good. But I was
What
gonna
about
say,
fishing an S and going for? How can you fish an S and go for obtusity here?
oh Jesus.
That would be great. I don't think there's a way to do that, unfortunately, because there's
Um,
no way to fish the S that actually gives you a second threat. I don't
well,
think.
here's what I'm thinking. Like this, Mina's making this game really, really difficult to win. I mean, you basically think, okay, you block the T and that's it, but there's still the H and chin. There's still the possibility of a crazy 9-letter word through the EN. But I'm thinking that, okay, not emptying the bag is really smart here. That's what I was thinking of.
Whoa.
But look at this rack. Aerolith
Oh,
on the
she had
board.
to. She had to
Aerolith
do
on
it.
the
She
board.
had to do it. That is a bun. That is
Amazing.
a bun tribute right there. So we know that Mina and Cesar, um, very very affectionate. They have the pet name Bun. That's what I'm saying Bun for. So Mina playing the website that her husband created, aerolith.org. Moving tribute, but of course, Lukeman hits Bo for 58 and is going to come away with the.
Yeah, even if
Um,
the highest scoring play of Literator was found, it still wouldn't
yeah.
have been enough. But
Yep.
I mean, when you lose the game, at least you can do is play Aerolith and shout out your husband. So
Absolutely. So valiant effort by Mina. Lukeman played, I think,
yes, it's
very.
Aerolith on stream. Yes,
Of course. I mean, technically, we have a break coming up, but we're
we
gonna
gotta
do
do a
our
couple
normal.
impressions.
We'll just do our normal break. We'll do Aerolith on stream when I'm doing my normal streaming.
We
WTF?
have to do. Look at all
Incorrigible.
these redemptions, Will. Like, come on.
I
Yeah.
know.
Also, GI Joel in the chat says define Mott Mott. It's true. Tom Tom is not a word. It is Mott Mott.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
and
TomTom
I
is
I
like the
did know that.
GPS, right? I think GPS thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Um,
Anyways, so Lukeman wins the game. Hard fought battle between Mina and Lukeman. I mean, Atomist, very tough find to start the game off. Apart from that, they both played really, really well. All right, so
yeah, it
what
was a
do we
good game
start
for
with,
sure.
Will?